The scene erupts as Bertram storms toward Anna, still in her disheveled pajamas. He bellows why she's out before dawn, branding her a lazy shirker. Anna snaps back, declaring the Wolfskin she trapped yesterday will erase the village's debt. Bertram nods, grudgingly accepting, yet his eyes flicker with lingering doubt.
Ugh, you. Anna. What are you doing out in your pajamas? Bertram agreed to that, but...
Despite the heated exchange, Bertram still intends to hitch a youngster to the cart for the city run. Bertram seals the bargain, hammering down the Wolfskin price with the city merchant. He announces to the villagers that the cash will finally wipe the lingering debt. The party weaves through thrumming streets, dodging noisy stalls and curious onlookers. Vendors shout, carts rumble, towering walls cast long shadows. Villagers clutch their wares, eyes scanning for threats. A green kid darts forward, demanding attention. A green kid blurts, "What? Is this a cart? Not a carriage?" Bertram snaps, "If you're sorry, watch my kids." City scoundrels prey on country girls. He warns the group to stay vigilant, then shouts, "Join the Hari squad before the system crashes." The danger feels palpable.
If you're sorry, take better care of my kids. City scoundrels target country girls.
Their next move, confront the rawstone dealer before nightfall. The group halts as Bertram readies to depart. Lara gasps, "Those walls are massive. I'll get used to them after a few trips." Anna, standing beside her, admits, "It's my first time seeing armed guards."
This is my first time seeing armed people.
Bertram soon reveals his own wariness of the heavily armed patrols. Bertram confesses he isn't accustomed to such heavy armament, despite his battlefield experience. Anna scolds him, "Stop riding the kid's shoulders and spouting nonsense. City cash buys cloth."
I'm not used to that level of armament.
If you keep riding that man's shoulders, shut up.
The chief soon questions the young man's intentions. Tension spikes as the chief doubts the young man's motives. Bertram vows to heed Carla's warning, then bolts for the pawn shop, demanding they sell the raw stones before the sausage deal expires. Lara shouts, startled, demanding attention. Their haste matters because the stone sale closes quickly. Lara's reaction forces the group to decide their next move.
What? Hey, Lara!
Anna orders Bertram to hold his ground while she darts to locate Lara near the pawn shop by the butchers. She warns the stairs ahead look unstable, fearing they could collapse if they climb together. She promises to return within 5 minutes. This delay is vital. They need Lara's help before the stairs give way.
I'll go find Lara. Please wait here, Bertram.
Bertram storms the pawn shop, demanding the raw stones before the sausage deadline, while Carla reveals the sisters' sudden flight, turning a simple purchase into a volatile showdown amid the alley's choking odor. Bertram feels his gaunt pride crumble as Carla's blunt reassurance steadies Anna, forcing the group to choose between desperate cash and the danger lurking in the collapsing stairway, risking loss of trust. Ari slips into the city studio, scattering parchment and drawing the owner's furious glare, while a whispered name lingers in the air, promising a dangerous ally whose true motives remain hidden.
There was a hidden detail in this chapter you probably missed. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry, and I'll reveal it next time.
He bolts the rope, orders the guards into filthy labor, then darts toward the window. Franz Gerhard shouts that you could earn a lot of gold here, then snarls, "Get lost!" at you. The protagonist stands amid the chaos, hearing the promise of money and the threat of eviction. It shows the place is a trap, not a job. The stakes rise as the crew forces you into a dangerous job. Next, someone wonders why you hold a sword. Someone, Lara, rushes to you, eyes wide, asking if you're okay. She points at the little barbarian punching you, baffled why you brandish a sword in this mess. The barbarian snarls, swinging a crude club, striking you hard. A shocked shout erupts from the shadows. Younger brother? The voice trembles, revealing that the tall kid's presence is no longer just a rumor. The revelation forces the group to reconsider their plan and protect the child from the looming guard patrol.
Younger brothers.
Lara jerks her head toward the sky as something crashes into the market stalls. She yells, her voice raw with fear, demanding to know what just struck her. The crowd parts, revealing a strange, winged object lodged in the cobblestones. This matters because a new threat appears just as they try to regroup.
What is this? What just flew at me?
The strange object rolls toward the village gate. The protagonist throws his hands up, shouting for answers while pointing at the mysterious girl's sibling. He curses the chaos, demanding to know why everything is falling apart. The shout draws the attention of nearby guards, who ready their weapons.
A voice calls, "Bite way, Anna. You beat the traffickers before." The speaker apologizes. Then a second voice scolds, "You can't be reckless, no matter how angry you are. What if young Bertram hadn't intervened?" The exchange underscores Anna's role in fighting the traffickers and Bertram's growing influence. Their conflict sets the stage for the village's Wild Boar Feast showdown. The tension spikes as the chief prepares to announce the feast's rules. Bertram tells the group he owes them for today's help. He says his gratitude is nothing and that he plans to stay in the village a while longer. He warns that if they keep following him, Carla will scold him.
Bertram steps forward, arms crossed, and snarls about the plan to haul a massive pig to the distant city of School Eisen. He explains that even if they sell the animal, its market value at the festival is less than 1 gold piece at the butcher. Frustrated, he declares he will not allow the newcomer to return to the village and spread this nonsense. The declaration blocks their path, raising the stakes.
Why drag a big pig to School Eisen? It's worthless. I refuse to let you return to our village.
A villager then offers a different way to earn gold. Chief Bertram corners the newcomer, exposing their dead excuse and demanding a price for the Wild Boar Challenge, while the village plots to haul a massive pig to School Eisen. The newcomer risks losing reputation and the village's scarce resources, as Bertram threatens to strip them of any bargaining power, teetering between respect and exile. A mysterious voice warns the missing figure controls the pig's fate, and Chang's crude map hints at a hidden route, leaving the showdown's outcome hanging in the balance.
When the anime adaptation gets announced, you'll already know the whole story. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The gunfire fell silent, yet the bomb's timer throbbed on. He raised the village's library, turning ancient tomes into firewood. Then he seized the lone horse, promising repayment. Franz Gerhard, the third son of the Gerhardt Dukes, renowned for towering strength and striking beauty, spurs toward the gate. His gaze locks on the trembling elders. A whispered command urges the villagers to label their home a city, not a field, forcing soldiers to obey the Gerhardt Duke's decree. Rumors ignite. The towering Franz Gerhard has already shattered a human trafficking ring. Panic erupts. Doors slam shut while the ring's mastermind scrambles for escape. A trembling villager demands answers.
Anna leans closer, proposing a trade. She offers a fragment of evidence in exchange for Franz's aid. The deal could unveil the traffickers, risking everything.
If I sell that,
Anna declares the chief places great trust in her and offers an apology. The chief concedes she could become the next leader, reminding that the title passes through bloodlines. The succession debate intensifies political pressure.
so the chief trusts you a lot, Anna.
The looming vote will test the bloodline rule. Villagers argue the chief's mantle carries immense weight in their modest hamlet. They stress tradition reserves the role for men, exposing gender bias. The debate over rightful inheritance flames hotter. A stubborn elder readies to enforce the old custom. Anna proclaims her contributions and vows she could lead within 20 years, questioning who will safeguard the village if she fails. Anna vows that once her emotions return, she will seek a companion and pledge eternal love, letting this promise steer her entire future. The declaration cements her resolve to pursue love despite lingering doubts.
After regaining my emotions, I will finally meet my companion. This vow guides my steps and my entire future.
Anna watches a procession of masked strangers march toward the village square. She gasps, "What?" Then mutters, "Oh." Each one of them, deciding to stay back, she declares, "I'll stay out of it." Her hesitation threatens vital intelligence.
What?
Anna watches a wave of masked strangers converge on the village square. She freezes, choosing to stay out of the brewing clash as tension crackles around her. Anna confronts her barren romantic past, feeling hope for future love, yet fearing her hesitation could shatter the villagers' fragile hope for a lasting bond. The masked army advances, the countdown timer ticks down, and Franz's team races to finish the map, leaving the outcome hanging on Anna's inaction. Will disaster strike, or will a hidden ally step forward? The next recap covers something you won't believe. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and we'll talk soon. The rooftop collapsed, yet I still hold the detonator. A villager declares an eternal vow of love. The girl explains that her mother banned wilted flowers, calling them waste. In response, her father turns grief into duty, planting 12 different plants that never wilt and bloom each season. The garden becomes a silent weapon against sorrow. This shows how love is reshaped into survival. Bertram still doesn't know why the garden matters. The girl mutters, "It seems you're..." She points at the garden's odd order, hinting that something about Bertram's past hides in the rose. The girl's observation raises suspicion. It matters because it pushes Bertram toward uncovering his family's secret. The girl recounts that most young men who went to war died or returned disabled. She adds that girls who fled to the city for romance came back with physical and emotional wounds. Her mother also warns that noblemen who speak of love often deceive girls. This matters because it fuels the village's distrust of outsiders. The conversation turns to the lingering rumors about a hidden figure. The girl asks if the villagers who keep leaving mean someone still searches for romance. She sighs, accepting that she'll probably marry an adult local like Dieter. This matters because it underscores her resignation to the village's expectations.
She shifts to the boy named Dieter, the grasshopper kid, and imagines him repeating the gesture. Anger spikes. She threatens to strangle him. Immediately after, she mutters that ending the conversation seemed cute to her. The rapid change reveals her frustration with anyone who might repeat the past. She eyes the torn map, wondering who else might be involved. She hesitates, questioning whether she actually phrased her thoughts that way. The words feel uncomfortable, so she discards them, insisting she isn't cute. An apology follows. She admits she may have asked too many questions, hoping they might unlock her lost emotions. This self-censorship shows her fear of being judged while still searching for a clue. She asks, "Are you a guard?" The respondent shouts, "What? No, I'm not." This denial indicates she's mistaken about his role, perhaps confusing him with the knights. It adds tension as she may be chasing the wrong lead. Her mistake could waste precious time before finding the black-haired target. She looks around, hoping another villager will recognize her. The next scene hints at a new suspect emerging from the crowd. A village girl gasps, "Wow, are you a knight?" Eric cuts her off, explaining that a true knight must be born into a noble family, not just claim the name. He stresses that his own name doesn't grant him the rank. The girl asks what the target looks like. Eric answers, tall, black hair, likely shabby. He then wonders why she's searching for him if he isn't a criminal. This description narrows the search and hints at hidden motives.
What does the person you're looking for look like?
Tall, black hair, probably shabby.
Their next exchange turns unexpectedly tense. The girl gasps, "What? No, you scared me." Eric retorts that if the man isn't a criminal, there must be another reason to find him, but he can't reveal it. He asks her to tell him if she spots the target. Their cryptic talk raises the stakes of secrecy.
Eric bluntly names Bertram, and the village girl shatters her silence, confessing the magician has stolen her capacity for tears and laughter, binding her emotions to a cursed pendant she clutches. She loses the ability to feel joy or sorrow, leaving her heart hollow and her quest desperate, while Eric shoulders the burden of protecting a target whose name now ties directly to her shattered humanity. A cryptic notice plastered on the wall hints at a hidden studio and a paid Korean editor, while the magician's promise to take them all away looms, leaving the true cure and Eric's fate dangling.
The people who subscribe are the ones who finish the arc. Don't get left out. Manwa with Hari.
The ruined city still smoldered, yet my plan was already in motion. Anna blurted that I was cute, and that single word ignited a strange tingle deep in my chest. The curse that should have stripped every emotion from the zone is faltering. This lingering spark proves the spell is cracking. A crack means hidden powers could leak out, and Erich must scramble to hunt down the vanished Mr. Bertram before darkness spreads. I bellowed, "Anna, Anna, emergency!" My voice ricocheted off the courtyard walls. Anna spun, eyes wide with shock. I thrust my finger toward the cursed zone, demanding her aid. The alarm ripped through the crowd, forcing everyone into a frantic scramble. I furrowed my brow, demanding, "Why is a knight chasing Mr. Bertram? Any clue?" Erich answered, "My uncle sent me. It's been 3 years since I left the academy. It's family." The exchange revealed his personal stake. Family ties fuel his urgency, raising the pressure on our next move. Lara noted, "If he asks a knight for help, he must be desperate to find you." She then turned to Anna. "Does this mean you plan to go home now?" The question forced Anna to decide whether to return, a choice that could end the chase or spark fresh conflict. We debated appealing to the king's name, but the village despised royalty. Instead, we resolved to approach the local guards again, despite having checked them earlier. A direct appeal might break the villagers' resistance. This mattered because guard assistance could give us the only foothold to locate the missing lord. The guards' response, however, hinged on today's pig festival. The guards explained they couldn't aid us. The village was in the middle of its annual pig festival. Their duties were tied to the event, leaving no manpower for external inquiries. This denial forced us to work without official support, every hour lost widening the gap to the missing noble. The identity of the two women could become our next lead, a thread to pull in the tangled mystery. A trembling woman emerged from the bustling market stalls, shouting, "Has Mr. Erich, the knight who hunted Bertram last night, arrived?" Her voice cut through the chatter. Heads turned, eyes narrowed, as villagers realized the knight's search had reached their village and someone might hold a clue.
Is Eric here? He searched for Bertram last night.
Someone claimed to be Erich and hinted at a sighting. A tall man stepped into the light, raising his hand.
Eric stepped forward, declared himself the knight, and pointed at the dilapidated Kid Ari studio, proclaiming it the hidden lair where Prince Bertram might be concealed. A villager's whispered "Hin," and the lady's sharp gaze sparked rising fear, as the crowd teetered between hope of rescue and the danger of exposing Eric's covert mission. The unknown Manhwa men lingered in rumor, and the shadowed Kid Ari studio loomed, leaving Eric and the villagers on the brink of a perilous discovery.
That betrayal stung. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari for the payback. The fire sputtered out. I gripped the detonator. Rumors claim the prince stole his people's sheep. A villager asks about the pig festival, then blames the prince for raiding Southeast farms. The gossip erupts, painting the crown heir as a tyrant. Fury builds, marching toward the city gates. A shouted voice cries, Impossible! The villager who heard the accusation denies the prince could steal livestock. He points to distant fields while whispers swirl. Shock cracks the crowd, refusing the rumor. Tension spikes as witnesses gather. A defender steps forward, swearing the prince never plunders his own sheep. He declares the heir protects the kingdom, branding the claim a sign of decay.
The announcer bellows, "The pig drive contest begins." Villagers line up, ready to chase hogs. Chaos erupts as a stray bear ambles into the arena. Tension spikes, the hunt ignites. Lara spots a familiar face, shouting, "Sister, Lara!" She asks if the cover-up succeeded, confirming Bertram's delay. She summons all contestants forward, signaling round one.
Did the cover-up work? Now Bertram can't catch up. All participants, step forward.
With the herd released, the prince must choose chase or mystery bear. A villager spots Prince Bertram entering the festival grounds. Gasps ripple as he walks toward the arena. Whispers spread, fearing his presence will sway the contest. Guards tighten formation, uncertain of his role. Eric groans, "Ugh, ugh," then shouts, "Bertram! Where's Bertram?" The crowd clamor, visibility poor. He scrambles onto a platform for a better view.
Ugh! Ugh! Bertram!
Lara steps forward, shaking her head at the ridiculous haul. She tells Bertram to ditch the bear and piglet, promising to help find a proper prize. He nods, declaring he'll chase a wild boar instead.
Leave the bear, then hunt a boar.
A new task emerges, hunting a worthy trophy. Lara urges Bertram to leave the pig where it lies, insisting he needn't chase a wild boar. She hesitates, then mentions his sister, implying familial doubt. She points at the piglet, urging him to face it.
Bertram, you don't need to hunt wild boar.
She keeps him on festival grounds, avoiding a dangerous hunt.
Murmurs swell as another voice repeats, "Is the owner in the village?" The crowd pauses, scanning for signs of the missing person. Uncertainty fuels nervous whispers, and villagers suspect the stray bear may be linked to the owner. Tension builds, pushing the prince to decide his next move.
In the village!
The bear's owner could be the next target.
Prince Bertram storms into the bustling market, demanding the rope-tied creature. Mozart listen as a stray bear growls, stirring uneasy whispers. Bertram's frantic pleas jeopardize villagers' trust and his dignity, while Lara teeters on exposing her disguise and clutching fragile hope for the helpless animal. The crowd stares at the empty rope. The bear disappears. No one knows the creature's owner, and chaos looms as the true master may appear.
When the anime adaptation gets announced, you'll already know the whole story. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The blast shook the district, dust swirling as I sprinted forward. Anna burst from the festival grounds, breathless, to find the village chief oddly awake. The carriage lay idle, its driver missing because the chief had dozed off. Anna snatched Bertram, thrusting the reins at him. Bertram obeyed, eyes darting, fearing the chief's wrath. Their rapid fix pushed the supply cart uphill, buying the village precious time, but it also shackled Bertram to the chief's endless politics.
What's happening? Who drives the carriage?
I'll help. Chief slept, no driver left.
Anna now faces a hard choice, where to shelter Bertram. Carla stormed in, voice cracking, warning that Anna would be punished for harboring Bertram. A wary villager warned, "Every time we welcome Bertram, he roots himself." Anna already turned a drifter into a resident. The chief, weary, grunted, "I'm old. I can't battle every newcomer." His fatigue tipped the scales, forcing the village to reconsider its tolerance for outsiders. The chief sage now demanded a hard decision. The chief slammed his fist. "No more newcomers!" Carla interjected, defending Bertram. "He's no trouble." She slipped a coin, offering to buy the chief a drink to soften his heart. Her bribe could tip the balance of Bertram's fate. The chief's looming decision hung over the village. Mother sighed, "I'm sorry I missed the children." Leaving the crowded square, Anna guided Bertram past stalls overflowing with fresh produce. They slipped by the piglet chained to a cart, its belly already bulging. The chief waved from a doorway, then vanished down a narrow alley. Sunlight stretched shadows across the path, while stew aromas clung to the air. Their stride carried them nearer to the communal lodgings. Their steps bring them closer to the shared quarters. Anna caught murmurs. Someone sprinted to the chief, then the city, and rushed back. She cornered Carla, demanding, "Why did they leave? Why is the stranger back?" Carla snapped, "Eat your food, stop whining. He won't stay forever." Their clash exposed villagers' deep distrust of Bertram's fleeting presence. Anna confessed, "I saw the curse as the quickest route to end the war." Bertram asked, "Why would anyone choose to curse themselves?" She answered, "It was the only logical path then." He admitted, "I have no regrets. The curse saved me from endless defeat." Their blunt honesty forged a steely resolve for the looming threats.
I thought ending war quickly required a curse. It seemed best then.
I have no regrets about cursing myself.
Tomorrow they must decide whether to hide in the cursed castle. Anna and Bertram halted by the farm's outbuilding. She unfurled a torn map, pointing to a secret trail. "This could change everything," she whispered.
Experience the story the way it was meant to be told. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
He finds a fresh, bleeding wound, his father's, deep in the hidden refuge, far from any pursuer's scent. Bertram and a villager clash, blaming the castle's ancient curse for the lord's sudden death. Both admit the rumor spreads because the truth remains unknown. This forces them to trust the cursed ruins as a potential sanctuary. They decide the fortress will become their shelter.
Is it the curse? I don't know, Lord's death unclear.
Bertram claims that when death defies reason, folk whisper curses. The villager points out that thick woods will swallow any hunter's tracks, keeping the castle unseen. This convinces them that the stronghold is virtually unfindable. They begin sketching a secret path to the ruins.
Bertram pins the commanders for deepening his father's anguish. He recalls brutal interrogations, demanding proof of survival and escape. Their ruthless questioning exceeds battlefield cruelty, revealing the army's mistrust and mental torment inflicted on the wounded farmer.
Bertram states his daughter has reached the age to begin courting. He sighs, fearing their sluggish pace will squander the perfect match. The remark stresses the race against time to secure a husband. The room watches others chatter, feeling the clock tick.
It's the time for her to take an interest in men, but...
Bertram vows to guard Carla's confession, sealing his lips around the hidden truth. The promise suggests covert schemes about his daughter's marriage or village strategy. Holding the secret preserves trust yet fuels tension, as future events may hinge on this concealed detail.
Today I will keep Carla's secret.
Stop. Remember that name. You'll need it. Carla gestures at the child playing near the fire, murmuring, "That kid," and shaking her head. Bertram steps forward, eyes narrowed. He mutters, turning someone's insides upside down and then lecturing them. "What?" He adds, "All I can think of is her crown." Silly joke. Anna looks down, cheeks flushing at the crown mention.
The party bursts into the cursed keep, slamming the gate as pursuers fade. Bertram vows to bury Carla's explosive confession about the crown, while a cold menace looms over the child by the fire. Carla jeopardizes her reputation by revealing the daughter's secret lineage. Bertram wrestles with loyalty against lethal intent. Villagers taste betrayal, endangering love, honor, and their fragile safety. The child trembles. Bertram's narrowed gaze foretells a grim verdict. Carla's hidden truth about the marriage hangs like a powder keg, leaving the village's fate perilously undecided.
You got the recap. Now I need the sub. Let's make a deal. Subscribe to Manwa with Harry.
The sky split, a jagged wound of light spilling over the fields. Bertram strides the farm courtyard, a pig snorting at his heels. He watches the animal graze, savoring the rare calm after the battle's roar. Anna leans against a stone wall, arms crossed, teasing his leisurely pace. Their short banter masks the lingering unease of the war's aftermath. Sunlight slashes the ancient stone walls, a harsh reminder of everything they've lost.
You get to enjoy walks. You're really living the good life.
Anna's gaze hardens. She'll soon pry into his mysterious confinement. Anna steps forward, eyes razor-sharp. She spits the question that haunts the village. We locked you up after the war.
Villagers whisper as Bertram vanishes mid-task. A bear never slacks. They mutter, puzzling over his sudden exit. They recall he promised a quick trip to the communal farm. His absence stalls the soup and ignites gossip about hidden motives. The farm's tight schedule now teeters on his return. Suddenly, Anna catches a shout echoing from the farm's edge. A villager shouts Anna's name, sprinting toward the farm, breathless. Lunch service is about to start. The frantic tone signals something amiss. She urges the crowd to stay alert, lest they miss the inevitable climax. The looming incident could reshape the farm's destiny. The wolf's crash looms, ready to shatter the calm.
Carla strides forward, bellowing, "What's happening over there?" A crowd clusters around the barn, scanning for wounded souls. Voices rise. "Why are we all here? Is anyone hurt?" Their nervousness reflects the scars of recent battles. Any hint of danger could ignite panic. Murmurs ripple, hinting at a wild chase that left the goats bruised. A farmer recounts the chaos. Wolves barreled the goats toward the pasture. The herd fought back, and several goats limped away with minor injuries. He credits Bertram's hired hand for corralling the animals and mending the fences, curbing further loss. The episode exposes the farm's fragility and Bertram's role in its survival.
Anna asks, "May I swing by the restaurant to check supplies?" Bertram snaps back, "Do you actually enjoy the work? Or just use visits as an excuse?" His sarcasm exposes doubt in her motives, while her request signals a stubborn desire to stay involved despite the wound. Their exchange fuels tension ahead of the kitchen showdown.
Is it all right if I visit the restaurant?
Do you even have fun? I just dropped by without purpose.
Their strained dialogue foreshadows the rush to feed the villagers. Bertram declares, "I'll use you as an excuse to head to the restaurant."
Bertram erupts, laying bare his secret past as a former officer shackled by a debt to Hans Bert. He vows to stay on the farm, raise pigs, and man the restaurant, defying Anna's protests. Anna watches her authority crumble as Bertram's stubborn resolve jeopardizes her wound's healing. The child's bewildered cries echo her fear of losing grip on the farm's fragile unity. The entire village watches, poised to see if Anna will trust Bertram's promise or reveal his hidden motives. The child's unanswered question hangs like a blade over the brewing conflict.
The story doesn't stop here. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari so you never fall behind. The rooftop erupted, flames devouring the skyline. The city smoldered while I gasped for air. Noble guards forced a starving pack of wolves toward the village, each carcass sliced with a soldier's clean cut. Franz Gerhard rode into the dust-choked backwater, eyes scanning cracked streets. He burst into the lone tavern, slammed a chair, barked for a meal. Anna, sharp-tongued server, hurled endless fried onions onto his plate, spitting sarcasm. Franz scowled, felt the sting, but swallowed the onions. Information tasted sweeter than any broth. Franz now seeks Miss Carla for a clue about the wolves. Franz perched opposite Miss Carla, a wiry vendor with hawk-sharp eyes.
A stout woman cut in, snapping, "I'm no child. Tell me if it's urgent." Franz answered, "The hunt is vital. I'm no youngster, and my patience wears thin." Tension crackled as his frustration with the evasive villagers rose. He pressed harder, demanding they finally reveal whatever they knew about Bertram. Franz bowed slightly, apologizing for his bluntness, then restated his demand for any trace of Bertram. The waitress giggled, mocking the danger, asking if Bertram was a notorious criminal. Her sarcasm veiled thin fear, hinting the villagers dreaded the noble entourage's shadow. Their jokes concealed a deeper threat Franz had to unearth. The innkeeper slammed an exorbitant bill onto the table, forcing Franz's patience to thin. Anna smirked, retorting, like a grumpy prince straight out of a fairy tale. Her sarcasm cast Franz as a cold, aloof noble, sharpening the village's mockery. The jab deepened the cultural clash, stoking Franz's irritation.
Like a grumpy prince straight out of a fairy tale.
She flicked the menu toward him, demanding his order. Anna pushed a chalkboard menu across the table. The numbers 7161-1611, glaring in chalk. "So what would you like to order? We specialize in simple dishes, just 5 servings," she said. The sparse options highlighted the tavern's backwater status and hinted at an inflated bill later.
"So, what would you like to order? We serve simple, 5 servings."
Franz declared the previous claim difficult to mock, demanding an audience with the village chief to verify their stance. Anna beamed, then lifted her chin. She was the chief herself, bowing politely. She gestured toward the piled onions, urging him to eat, thanking him for his swift arrival. The forced hospitality bought Franz precious time while the true power structure remained concealed.
That line is hard to laugh off. I need the chief.
"I am the village chief. Enjoy your meal. Thanks for coming quickly." As he ate, Franz scanned the kitchen, hunting for hidden clues. Anna glanced up from the kitchen, asking Franz if he could get a meal right now.
Anna erupted, demanding Franz settle the ludicrous sum. She complained that the tavern had once served as a ration station for soldiers 3 years prior, and now he ordered extra food they never requested. Franz defended himself, insisting he merely cooked as always. The clash exposed the village's strained supplies and Franz's mounting frustration.
"What? You say you're not planning to pay? The ration station ended 3 years ago. Your price is ridiculous. I just cooked the way I always do."
Franz stared at the absurd 3 gold, 40 silver bill, then slammed his armor-clad exit. A cryptic villager hissed, "Remember that name," as he passed the crumbling Kid Ari studio. The warning lingered, hinting at a looming conspiracy threading through the village. He lost his pride and the villagers' trust, feeling the sting of their contempt, yet clutched a solitary, mysterious clue that could shift the tide of his perilous hunt for Bertram. The unnamed name haunted him, the nobleman's pursuit loomed, and the half-built studio whispered of unseen forces, leaving Franz poised on the brink of an unknown enemy, or a hidden ally.
I read the raw chapters so you don't have to. Pay it forward and subscribe to Manwa with Hari.